Hey, mom friends, welcome back to the Real Motherhood with Jacque Jackson. Are you expecting too much from other people? We are now at part 3 of expectations, and I am revisiting what my uncle said. Are you ready? I know a lot of people, and to be really open here, to my knowledge, the only people that have not liked me wanted what I had or what they thought I had. They thought they knew who I was without actually getting to know me. That's it. I don't say this because I think I am some exceptional human who is all that and a bag of chips. Hey, 90s. But I say that because I've not ever really hung my hat on people liking me, and I wouldn't call myself a people pleaser either, for that matter. I say this because I've not had very many confrontations with others, but that doesn't mean none. Truly, it's just seriously a few. I have a genuine hope and prayer for people to be loved and treated well and seen and heard and fought for and all the things. And I think in a lot of ways, maybe this is all as a result of what I have prayed for myself since I was a kid. Now, I hear you over there rolling your eyes and saying to yourself, okay, Jacque, what on this actual earth are you even talking about? And where are you going with this? All right. I get it. But come with me here. I have entire conversations in my mind with lots of people, and I assume that I will until the rest of forever. And despite the fact that I generally don't have many run-ins with the people around me, I am often disappointed by my own expectations of other people. I expect what I give to others, and I expect for people to be straight up with me and give me the choice to make my own decision about the situation or experience we have between us. I expect not to be lied to or mistreated because that's largely not how I behave. I'm not being self-righteous or proud here. I just have my own set of expectations that play out in my head. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. You're probably nodding your head while you wash dishes or fold laundry, saying this is you too. Maybe that's where my uncle was right. If I didn't have those dang things, I wouldn't be disappointed. Do you remember that back in part 1? If you haven't listened, please jump back and go through the past episodes to hear the full story. But anyway, for those of you who have kept up with me, I was told that if I didn't have any expectations, then I wouldn't be disappointed, right? I wouldn't be disappointed when the people around me, unsurprisingly, fail at being people. I wouldn't have to walk around having full conversations with myself. And you are hearing this correctly, with myself, because I know this and I'm frustrated by it. And still yet, I don't believe it's always worth it to express my expectation because people just end up being peoply. And exposure or conversation is often just asking too much at times. At the beginning of this series, I also mentioned a few of the expectations I have for myself, but now I'm really exposing myself and the way I handle my expectations of others. Let's first start with how. It's difficult. It's difficult because I am imperfect and I myself do people-y things too, right? Like we are human and none of us are immune to being people and doing people things. I teach my children how to make good decisions and how to navigate communication and relationships and speaking up for themselves and advocating for others. But the real cheese on the pizza is where I hear myself when I'm speaking to them and realize I need to take my own advice. I'm constantly reminded of how much I haven't verbalized that I should have, and also how much I haven't verbalized that needs to stay between me and God. It's a fine balance because there is so much frustration at times with the important people in my life. And let's be real here, even with those people that I don't hold much stake in or with, there is so much involved in being a mother that the influx of external expectations and internal conversations heighten my expectations of everyone around me. In my mind, it should be an equal exchange. You get what you give and vice versa. But that is just not how things pan out always, or maybe not even at all. It's mostly not realistic. Again, people get peoply. Sometimes you expect and get. Other times you expect and get straight up ignored. Personally, I expect understanding and compassion. I expect patience and compromise. I expect to be able to verbalize the things that go on in my head and my heart without a fight. I mean, ultimately, I want world peace. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. I really genuinely just want good things for myself. I want good things for my children. I want good things for the people around me. I just believe that sometimes we all have these parts of us that hinder us. And though I expect so much, I feel like at the end of the day, I am the only person that I can control. And that means managing myself and those expectations. And here's really what I think is at the bottom line of this. Have your expectations, and especially if you are a believer in Christ. But then I realized that expectations can't always be demands. And when things don't pan out, I have to manage my expectations and evaluate where they come from and why. And if they aren't met, what am I willing to do or not do about it? Because often there isn't anything you can do but accept it. And that's its own thing. That's a wrap for this episode, y'all. Thank you mucho for lending your ear to the Real Motherhood podcast with Jacque Jackson. I appreciate you more than you know for listening. Please be sure to follow the show and go join the Real Motherhood Podcast Lounge on Facebook to discuss the latest episode live every Monday night.